Hello, Mr. Riley. I'm Brad Hall. I'm one of your students, and for my small project number 3, I chose the topic of a running wheat and corn average for here in Kentucky over the last few years to see what the average running bushel per acre would be. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move on over to the PowerPoint, please. As you can see here, you got a beautiful picture of corn and some wheat there. You can see the size difference going on between the two. All right, and the next slide, went ahead and I contacted the Christian County UK Extension Service. They gave me some really good numbers. And once I got the numbers, I went ahead and started plugging them in right away on my spreadsheet on Excel. Did a running average chart for both corn and wheat yields. I also did the calculation to find the mean, median, and mode for both samples. I began to add this information to this PowerPoint presentation. The next step I had to do was to find the range quartiles and standard deviations for both the corn and wheat. I then made a box plot for each one of those. So going on to the next slide, you'll see here that we got the running averages for both corn and wheat. I went back from 2018 through 2013, which the highest wheat yield for corn was at 176 bushels per acre. And then for the highest of the wheat, we had 80 bushels per acre in 2017. So if you notice, 2017 was a good year for both corn and wheat that year. So at the end of it, the average is about 171 on the average for corn and 75.616 for the wheat. And one of the reasons why it's the difference in that is because if you notice the size comparison, corn takes up more room than the wheat. Then we get into the mean, median, mode, and the standard deviation. If you see that the numbers here are running pretty much the same as well, and then I went ahead and done those numbers. Sorry about that. I did those numbers, and the range for the corn yield was 17 and for the wheat yield was 14. And if you see here on the corn yield per acre, the line graph here, it kind of stays level and then it drops down and kind of levels out. And almost the same for wheat, but it's got a small incline on the 6th year. Once I've done this, then we went ahead and we kind of looked at it a little bit more in a different perspective for box plots. If you see corn, we have a more of a uniform diagram going on here because the numbers stayed more consistent. And then if you look at the wheat, we got it skewed right because most of the numbers were more heavier consistent on the back side of it. So this is what I got, and I hope you enjoy it, and thank you very much.